Hello and welcome to the Carnegie Report, summarising May 2018. My name is Gary Pugh.
And I'm Leo Samuel.
How are you going, Leo?
I'm very well, Gary.
Mr.
How are you?
Samuel, very well indeed.
You recognise me a bit different now without the glasses?
Yeah.
Previous editions?
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
right. What's going on there?
I had laser surgery, Gary. 25 years wearing spectacles and contact lenses. Time for a bit of a change. And here we are. And looking at these lights, a bit glary, but 1 month after surgery and I'm loving it. Back to the 2020.
Using an Austin Powerism, you've had the laser done. So you're feeling better?
I am.
And what can you see more clearly now?
I can see your face. And Gary, a bit of a nip and tuck, but no, I can. It's amazing. You know, like the last few editions, viewers, if you would have seen, I've been wearing my glasses because what prompted it the last few months, my eyes became really dry and I just got sick of wearing the contacts. But
what about running all those people over and you have glasses on?
Yeah, that was quite bad as well. But the whole shaving thing now, I've got another 10-15 minutes in the morning, even better with the getting ready and up and at it, as they say.
What's the shaving thing?
Well, when I used to shave in the morning, my eyes were so bad, I actually put my glasses on every time I went down with the razor. So it was getting a bit silly.
For those older viewers, it's a bit Norman Gunston. Shall we talk about what's going on in the real estate market? Because people aren't interested in your eyes or Norman Gunston or the shaving or all the people you hit in the car when you couldn't see properly and the pending charges. Let's talk a little bit what's going on in the real estate world, because here we are in May, one of the busiest months of the real estate year.
I love May.
I love May too.
No distractions. It's just, it's the best. Easter's out of the way just before Queen's birthday.
No holidays, no long weekends, no nothing. It's just bang, just run through. It's a working month. And we have been working very hard and getting some great results as well, which we can talk about some of those results. But the feel of the market, mood of the market, how is it going for Carnegie and surrounds?
Carnegie's doing really well, I must say. Look, I think if anything, Gary, it's definitely more of a balanced market, not favouring sellers or buyers. If people are in line with the market, yes, they will transact and sell. But Carnegie, Murrumbina, Glen Huntley, Ormond and surrounds, doing okay.
Let me do some probing. What about the clearance rates? What would our clearance rates be if we isolated and had a spotlight and a microscope?
Are you talking about me personally or the agency?
Well,
me personally, I'm very fortunate. From all the auction listings that I've had this year, I've got no passing listings and offerings around, which are great. So I've sold all my stock 100%. Personally. There's a few things within the office that's been sort of hovering around where we've had offers on, but we haven't had the property transacted.
What do you reckon? 90%? 95%?
Yeah, I reckon we're up 90%. But Darren Krongold, our statistician from the agency itself, mentions we're up to about 90%.
We are across the board, which is pretty good because those clearance rates. Interest rates are not 90%, don't worry about it. But those clearance rates, they are still very, very representative of a healthy market and agents doing some good stuff. Let's talk about some of the things that have been sold, because people tune in, they want to know what's going on. What are they getting for their money in and around the Carnegie? And also, as a continuum of our last time, who was here with you last time, wasn't it?
No, it was Graham. It was with Graham at
Graham. He was very animated, Graham, wasn't he? You know, he's a sort of subdued, quiet, but then he gets to the screen, he's just like a tiger, isn't he?
He loves it. Wow. Man within his moment.
He sure is. Graham, thank you for taking the chair last month. I'm glad to get back in the seat. It's a hot seat because Aviv was also there. But let's talk about some of our sales. It looks like that Carnegie Road Carnegie, that sold for $800,000.
Yeah, we had 4 bidders going for that one, Gary. That was a split level residence. The reserve there, I believe, was 750,000. Competitive auction, they ended up selling for 800,000 on the day.
Fantastic. 8 Milton Street, another great sale.
That was a great auction that Philip is doing his craft there, and
around the corner from here. Actually.
That's right.
There we are.
We'll talk about our feature property soon, but the property in 8 Milton Street, Bentley, one of 2 on the block. Multiple bidders competed for that one. Ended up selling for $1,403,000.
Well over the range and expectation. Yeah. 7 Rigby Avenue, Carnegie. It sounded like a very affordable but good opportunity.
Like a good tune from the Beatles, Eleanor Rigby, as we like to call it in the last edition. 7 Rigby. We had also 4 bidders going for that one. You talk about how the market's going with all this negative press out there. 4 bidders competed for this lovely renovated 2-bedroom apartment in a 1960s block. Sold for $502,000 as well.
Well, we were talking in our sales meeting on Monday, saying that there's still many auctions with multiple bidders. So it's a kind of a market that's a lot more in balance. But you know, there are some mixed messages, and of course, look, bad news sells papers. Let's face it. So you know, if there's an auction with 10 bidders over there and one with 0 over here, you know which one the agent's going to talk about. But of course, the newspapers would probably talk about the one that there's nothing at, because that's.
Well, that's a good lead-in for the next listing that we should talk about, which Jared Martin actually sold the second time, which was 6 at 51 Murrumbina Road, Murrumbina.
That is a great case study. Tell us a bit about that. Do you remember the first?
You did the first. You did the first auction round,
I did all
Gary,
right,
and ended up selling for, what did we sell it for? $520,000 at the time.
It was a bit more than that.
And what happened was
what we will do is we will print down to the screen because we've forgotten the exact price it sold for. But go on. Anyway.
So the first time it sold for
what
that
you see
price,
over there,
the question mark.
Here it is.
Like the Mario Brothers,
let's
the
see,
question
put
mark.
your hand here and let's see how good visual domain are and putting the price on top of our hand. So that's what it sold for last time around last year. Okay.
So what happened this time? Unfortunately, the sale didn't go through. I believe there was the buyer
had some difficulties, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it went back on the market.
And they were hoping to get the same price, that one that we showed you before, or similar.
Exactly right.
Or
So
they would have sold a bit less.
So the vendor obviously was a bit disappointed to go through the process the second time round, but
lo and behold,
cha-ching, guess what happened? We ended up setting up for auction again. Ended up selling before auction again.
$600,000.
For $600,000.
So there you go. So good real estate stays good real estate. And interesting. The first auction was really interesting because we had a couple of agents down from Bunbury, and the market in Bunbury.
You know Bunbury very well, don't you? With the harness racing, Gary.
There is harness racing in Bunbury. Right? I think I've got beaten in a few photo finishes there, but we do know Bunbury from these agents who work there. Fantastic business and successful guys, but the Bunbury market very tough, as it is in a lot of parts of West Australia, and they just couldn't believe this apartment. There was like 5 bidders for an apartment. That was one of you'd think hundreds or thousands of apartments around, but there you go. Very different. We're a bit spoilt in Melbourne, even with a market that's sort of in transition. We're still spoilt for good real estate. 434 North Road, Ormond, also sold before auction.
Yeah, that was good. That was Mandy Gao and Peter Sinclair from the Bentley office coming
Gao,
together.
The powerful Chinese connection of our organisation. She's a fantastic operator, that's for sure.
So that one was sold before auction in the heart of the McKinnon zone. Lovely 4-bedroom offering. Sold for $1,548,000 for a lovely owner-occupier within the local area.
Rosstown Road, Carnegie, Leo. This was a little bit of a bite-sized property. I came to the auction there and saw you strut your stuff. And Jack Slater, that young dynamic agent doing well with us, sold that one for $390,000. Holloway Street, Ormond. Take us through that one.
Well, what a competitive auction that one was, Gary. You're right in your craft doing that auction there. We're expecting interest, around that high 7s, early 8 mark for this unit. How many bidders do you recall you having?
I think we had 7 bidders.
Wow.
Sold for $955,000. Joel Sir did a great job in terms of gathering that interest and harnessing it for the auction, and I did have a lot of fun at the auction pushing that one out. 5 Porter Road, Carnegie. It's a very recent auction. Tell us through that one.
Yeah, there was 2 bidders going for that one. Ended up being in the same family's hand for quite so many years, and 2 bidders competed for that one and sold for $1,725,000, who I believe the buyer will potentially put 2 units there subject to council approval, of course. 51 Ardine Street, Murrumbina, Leor, sold for $1,455,000. That was one you were involved with? Yeah, there was 2 bidders going for that one as well. So look, you can see the auction atmosphere that we've had in relation to the listings that we've just recently sold. A lot of multiple bidders competing for it, but this one was a great home as well, on the corner of Thompson Avenue and Ardine Street. Sold to a lovely owner-occupier that lives in Carnegie for $1,455,000.
So to do a David Lettermanism, I'll chuck this out and let's talk a little bit about some of the offerings, because there's some juicy offerings. We're getting into winter. The weather might be cool, but the offerings are still hot, Leo. Some great property. Should we go through them?
We should.
We've got a great property in Walsh Street, Ormond. And now this terrific apartment, Peter Sinclair is auctioning this, and I just want to talk a little bit about this one because I think this is something that has attracted a lot of interest. It's always incredible to have something with the courtyard, and Walsh Street's a great address. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this property?
Yeah, I love the fact that it's got this wraparound courtyard, Gary. Those 2-bedroom apartments and those refurbished blocks are the ones you buy. Anything with outdoor space, we know how popular they are. So a perfect first home opportunity for someone, and definitely investors taking note of that one.
Peter Sinclair is looking forward to that auction. I know we've spoken about it, and he is the auctioneer this Saturday at 10:30am. So be there if you want to look at something in that very high 4s, low 5s. Sounds like good value.
Yeah. First home owners grant, get the money up to $600,000 if you can.
You sure do.
Take the money from the state government.
Let's talk a little bit why they go for it. Let's talk a little bit about where we are right now. We are in Thomas Street, in the heart of Brighton East. What a fantastic property. What a picture postcard, perfect property. And I just want to talk a little bit about our property of the week. What an incredibly looking home. How old is this home?
So this is brand new, Gary. 8A Thomas Street in Brighton East, built by Market Projects. An unbelievable offering, and it's got the lucky number 8 even more so, right in the heart of East Brighton. Actually on the cusp of Bentley and McKinnon as well, but a fabulous home here. 4 bedrooms or potential second living zone if you want to only use 3 bedrooms, but the fit out here is second to none. Unbelievable the vertical garden, as one will see.
Beautiful.
And Viv and I did a virtual video tour here. You should go check it out. And we had a lot of clicks, a lot of hits.
Yeah.
But a fabulous town residence, brand new. The specifications here are unbelievable, and it's a beautiful layout as well.
Saturday at 12:30 if you want to see something outstanding and special and catch up with the Samuel boys. Come along here to 12:30 at 12:30 on Saturday in Thomas Street, Brighton East, where it's all happening at Centre Road around the corner. We've got all the shops in Brighton, not far away. What a great location. Prince Edward Avenue, and given that we've got the whole
that's
royal
a say.
wedding
There you go. You had a bit of a stage fright there. You know, poor Harry got with Meghan Markle, they're all there, and that how's that? Yeah,
how's that wedding? I can't believe how many people were into it. Like, we couldn't go out on Saturday night. We were staying home watching that wedding, and we had friends over, and it's actually quite a big. I wonder what the numbers of people that watched that wedding must be. I
think I heard over. I think over 1 billion people.
It's incredible. Anyway, Meghan Markle, what a beautiful lady she is, and she's landed big time. And isn't it lovely how the royal family's changing? You know, going into these interesting. She's a divorcee. She's certainly not the typical royal background. So isn't it great? Anyway, if you're talking about Prince Edward, why don't you come and see what the best Prince Edward has to offer? And that's a home in a street named after him, 184 Prince Edward Avenue, McKinnon. Well, Leon Guzenfit has been very busy with this property. A fantastic town residence. Love the look of it. Love the feel of it. Love the location of it. And this is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's also got, which you don't see very often, parking for 2 cars, which is another advantage. And we're very excited.
And a great pocket off McKinnon right near the newly refurbished McKinnon train station in the McKinnon zone as well. Check out that one.
We've got some good news about what's going on in McKinnon we'll talk about too. Wimmera Street in Ormond. This is another terrific property. What a fantastic looking home. It is like as Philip likes to say, a picture postcard perfect facade. You've got it here in Wimmera Street, Ormond. What a great property. Tell us a little bit about this beautiful home, Blair.
Look, it's a single story home, a period, I think it's a mix between sort of that neo period look, so it was like a replica style home, but unbelievable in relation to fit out there as I look through the brochure. Family home accommodation. Usually at this price point you get homes over 2 levels, but that single level aspect being on 1 level will definitely be a big draw card for many families in a great pocket of Ormond on the cusp of Carnegie there as well.
106 McKinnon Road goes up at 3:30 p.m. on the 2nd of June. Also excited about this property. Another great location, again, just around the corner from where we are, and I know Michael Jonas are very excited about this. 9 to 990 sounds like good value to me.
Definitely. I had a walk through that property the other day when Michael was busy at one of his open for inspections there. Great entry point to the McKinnon pocket there as well. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms over 2 levels. Great offering as well to get into the market, especially if you're upsizing from an apartment and you can't afford those big freestanding homes.
That's for sure. Getting back into your hood in Carnegie. We're at 487 Maroona Road in Carnegie. Take us through this wonderful property. I know Jack Slater's excited about it. He's an excitable young man.
It's quite an interesting complex, Gary, because these ones are like, I call them split level residences or townhouses, but it's this one's over 3 levels, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a fantastic living area as well, overlooking a great courtyard that orientates north. We had a sale in this subdivision late last year, and I reckon we had about over 130 people there, but I reckon this offering will be very, very popular for those buyers seeking a first home. Expecting just 550 to 605. Be very interested to see how this one starts this week.
Bunny Road in Oakley South. I don't think we've ever sold anything Bunny Road, but I've always liked the thought of selling Bunny Road. It's a great name for a street, isn't it? What are they called? Bunny? Is it Bunny Boiler? Isn't that what it's called? Well, this could be a boiler of an auction. In Oakley South, Bunny Road. Now, you're involved and close to this property, and also Jack Slater, again, is involved with it. Take us through this.
Over the last few years, we've had an amazing run in Oakley South.
Sure,
and I called it years ago. I reckon this pocket will really kick off over the last few years, and it certainly did.
How about what's going on in that off Atherton Road? What's that called? That area?
Eaton Mall there.
How about
it's an amazing spot, and
if you haven't been there, you've got to go there. It's just like it's like you walked out of Melbourne and just went.
I see a son drinking frappes there at 11 o'clock at night, and must be coming home, going to bed at 4 in the morning.
That's pure time. We're all up.
But Bunny Road in Oakley South, a fabulous home, Gary. It's 3 to 4 bedrooms, single level, built by the family in the early 80s there. It's a great offering, but why I say it's a popular offering, because you see the prices of, we talk Caulfield, Carnegie, Glen Huntly, Murrumbeena, Bentley, the next suburb down, Oakley South. That has really, really kicked that area. And family accommodation in that sort of high 8s, early 9s. Check that one out.
Great opportunity to buy a house in Oakley South, still under $1 million by the looks of it. So that's a beauty. Now, if you want to jump into something that you know exactly what the price is, we've got a property in Murrumbeena, 17 Reed Street, Murrumbeena. This is a great home. I'm very, very surprised it hasn't sold. It was passed in. The price has now come down and been adjusted to $1,349,000. This is a fabulous looking home. I love the back and front garden. You've got these beautiful palm trees at the back. It's like an oasis there.
Definitely.
In that great setting.
Like you're in
Bali. It's a good block of land. It's a fantastic house. And I would say.
And speaking of Reed Street as well,
Oh,
Gary, I drove by there because actually my brother and I, the big brother, we actually went to Oasis for lunch, and just drove by that home, and I thought, what a great opportunity, especially after that Ardine Street sale last week. Buyers, check that out, private sale for $1,349,000.
That's a buy. Boville Avenue, Murrumbeena, well, it might be sold by the time we go to air, but in the meantime, if not, come and have a look at this property. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, $1,440,000. Another fantastic opportunity. Love the look of this home, a heritage delight.
Yeah, so we featured our last month's edition at this property here. Look, the price has been adjusted. They're $1,440,000. Great opportunity for a first home buyer with a bit of help from their parents, obviously, to kick in there to get into the market. But freestanding homes in Murrumbeena, part of the old Jennings estate. Check that one out. Great family accommodation.
Sounds like a screamingly good buy to me. Lila Road in Murrumbeena, we've got a wonderful property here. Jack Slater is the agent involved. Take us through this property. Does Lila Road goes
Lila
right
Road,
through Carnegie and Murrumbeena?
It does. It's funny because it's on the cusp of Murrumbeena Road, Lila Road, right near Packer Park and the velodrome, the old Murrumbeena Secondary School, Gary. But this is private sale for $495,000. A lovely 2-bedroom apartment built the old-fashioned way out of solid brick, and it's got a fabulous courtyard off a living area. Investors and first-home buyers, what can you buy at $500,000? Not much, but $495,000 will take it off the market.
Keeping with the Murrumbeena groove, 12 at 5 Murrumbeena Road. Well, that's a snap purchase. $399,000 will secure you this terrific 1-bedroom property. Quite an interesting property as well, if I'm not mistaken. Take us through it a little bit.
Yeah, so it's nestled at the back of the blocks, even though it's got the Murrumbeena Road address, but it's a large 1-bedroom apartment, and it's got a fabulous terrace area as well. But yeah, private sale for $399,000 as well. A great opportunity also with a car park as well.
So that's a pretty good wrap of our features, but there is one property that we want to talk about, and that's the property called McKinn. This incredible off-the-plan opportunity is situated on the corner of McKinnon Road and Jasper Road. This is being built by Deal Corporation, who know nothing but great quality. They do a lot of work in South Yarra. They build
quality product.
Prestigious areas. They're known to build quality product. And interestingly, I had a meeting with the owner of Deal Corporation. And, one of the things he said to me, he said, I want to drive past my buildings in 5 years' time and know that it was still an outstanding building, whereas so many developers just wipe their hands and just run. And that really does typify the brand that they are.
And we've sold for Deal Corp, the developer in McKinn, in the past, and testament to their quality work, and they do a lot more in Richmond and South Yarra as well. But they're a quality developer there, and these apartments are something special. The fit out, the specifications.
They're ranging from high fives.
Yeah, high fives up to penthouses, Gary, for over $1.3 million. But look, if you're interested in buying something off the plan with construction pretty much aiming to happen in about 6 months' time, so you can put a deposit down, bolt it down, and
have a
get
few
something.
Changes maybe.
Yeah, a few variations.
Have some say into the changes.
Potentially.
This is really one of the most exciting projects we've been involved with. Our Carnegie office collaborating with our project marketing division in Balaclava Road at our new residential collections office, which is situated in Balaclava Road, just on the corner of Stanley Parade, for those that don't know about.
And one thing we should bring up with all these viewers, we're going to be having a bit of a VIP cocktail evening to launch this development. Yes. Should you want to get an exclusive invitation to our event, please feel free to contact me direct, and I'd be more than happy to get you
your email
get you an invitation to the
on the screen
to the evening.
there, leos@garyp.com.au. So that's a big wrap on the Carnegie and Surrounds report for this May 2018. Some great offerings, some great opportunities. We're going into the winter months. There are some good offerings coming through as we've been through. So certainly, if you're looking to buy or sell, we are looking forward to helping you out. Our office has been rebranded. It's beautifully illuminated at night now in Kunang Road, where it's all happening, where the train is is it over there yet? Is it completely
nearly mid-June?
It's getting close, so that's going to be happening soon. So soon you'll be able to go on the train and wave to Leo from his office. He'll be able to wave back to you. That's what's going on in and around Carnegie. We look forward to bringing you all the news next month as we wrap up June. In the meantime, I'm Gary P.
And I'm Leo Samuel. Have a fantastic day.
Bye now.